What's up, everybody? You're watching The Beast on Primal Rage with your host. Well, hell, who else is it going to be, right? Oh, yeah, so we are getting closer. I think July 25th, July 21st might be, or July 28th. Hell, I don't know. It's one of those dates next month that the new Master of the Universe Revelations is going to be released. Just the other day, I did a review of the Master of the Universe Revelation teaser trailer, and I gave my honest comments onto it. And it's with the trailer that I said that it looks like it was carefully edited. Like they took out a lot of the key scenes, probably from the first episode, and then put it together, because a lot of the battle segments in the trailer look like it was coming from one major battle scene, like when all the characters coming together to fight, and then Skeletor, He-Man are kind of off on their own, like, nobody can interfere, and then they go to fight. But also I stated that, I can't ignore the other images, like TEELA looking like a man. And, well, now we got a little bit more insight as to what we may have to be able to expect in the upcoming Revelations TV series by Netflix. So with that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't miss any more videos. That's right, man. Don't miss any more videos. Subscribing is free. So hit that button so you don't miss any more reviews and videos from the Beast. Anyway, it says Kevin Smith responds to woke He-Man. Why, here's the thing. Kevin Smith is just, I feel like he's just trying to bullshit the crowd. There's a lot of controversy surrounding this. Like, either make good He-Man stuff that represents He-Man the way it was in the 80s, stay true to the 80s Master of the Universe and He-Man, or don't make it. Like, they screwed up fucking Thundercats with Thundercats Roar. They did this stupid lesbian little boy, long-haired boy, She-Ra, and the Princesses of Power, which is an ultimate failure. And the animation was really, really stupid. And then we get Kevin Smith, and I feel like he's just trying to fool people. He can't, look, Kevin Smith can't fool the crowd. That's the thing. It's like Kevin keeps going on. He wants to tweet about this show and people need to give it a chance. And no, you know what? The Beast is going to give it the chance. And it's going to show that all of my concerns, all of our concerns out there are justified. So we got two articles we're going to take a look at. The first one is by Cosmic Book News. So yes, there's He-Man, or is it He-Man? Kevin Smith certainly feeling the heat as the fans are blasting his new HeMan series for being woke, which follows the trailer release. Smith responded on Twitter, but the showrunner behind the series deflects and attempts to blame the fans and accuses them of calling it woke because the show empowers women. Well, there you go. That's politics. This is clearly bait and switch, people, where you're sacrificing the main character because, come on, it's a white, straight male character. We can't ignore the fact in pop culture that they're being purged in all forms of entertainment. In the comic books, look what they did to Captain America. Look what they did to Iron Man with Ironheart and everything. And look how they treated the characters in Endgame in the MCU. Most people liked Avengers Endgame, but for me, I thought Avengers Endgame fucking sucked. I mean, they made Thor a fat mommy crybaby pussy. That's not the Thor we saw in Ragnarok. That's not the, sure as hell not the Thor that we saw in Infinity War. They sacrificed the four major Avengers characters, and it was trash. I mean, yeah, they defeated Thanos, but they didn't beat him. The Avengers never got to beat this guy. Not like, say, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, where Batman comes back after being defeated and he physically beats Bane. He doesn't kill him. He just beats him. He defeats him. Thanos is killed, but he is never defeated. And that was, to me, that was just a shit show. 3 hours of some fucking time-traveling hijinks. And what do we get out of it? Oh, we get Captain Marvel and her merry band of fucking feminist cunts going after Thanos in an Avengers movie. But back to this. Smith responded to Twitter. Showrunner behind the series deflects the attempts, and of course he wants to blame the fans. The fans are what kept this property alive for as long as it did. Just like Star Wars. It was the fans. Because the fans, the real fans, they bought the toys. I bugged my parents for these toys. I had HeMan toys before the cartoon ever aired. You know, I got these barbarian figures. This one guy had a skull for his face, and it was, to me, that was just fascinating. Really cool and flashy stuff. And it's like, all we want is the stuff like we had when we were kids. But Kevin, like, we all know Kevin Smith is the first one to jump on this fucking bandwagon. This guy was crying when they showed Luke Skywalker in the sequel trilogy. He was crying at every fucking Star Wars movie, shitty one that Disney kept popping out. So we know this guy is anxious, desperate, trying to get on that A celebrity list, and it's never going to work. A show empowers women. Well, what about She-Ra? We already got that. And if you want to make TEELA a main character, then make another show that is strictly TEELA. And then call it whatever you want, and do with it whatever you want. But keep Masters of the Universe with He-Man. You know, it's just, he just doesn't get it. He said, but it's not what the wokeness is about. It's when female and POC characters, people of color characters, are empowered at the expense of the original characters. Right. So why do you have to do that? Why can't you just have TEELA in her own show? Stop sacrificing the original characters. And it's like, we don't want this. They have done this in movies and shows and other cartoons and comic books. And it doesn't work. It doesn't sell. You know it doesn't sell. And he's trying to fool you out there. He's trying to fool us. And we're just smarter than that. And it's tearing them up. And here's a tweet on Twitter. A tweet on Twitter by Kevin Smith. If by woke folks mean the female characters have agency, then Revelation is exactly as woke as the cartoon to which our series is a spiritual sequel. He keeps calling it a sequel. It was never meant to be a sequel to the fact that He-Man's going to get killed off, to let TEELA take the reins and carry on to the fucking TEELA show. Because TEELA and Evil Lyn were in every episode fighting alongside He-Man and Skeletor. And Sorceress is more powerful than all of them. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. But Kevin Smith is not a Masters of the Universe fan like he claims to be. And here, this is, people take a good look. I mean, yeah, why we get Champ, Clamp, Champ. Why we have some Eternian guards there in the back. Maybe Master at Arms right there. And we got Fisto, okay. Okay, we got TEELA in her classic TEELA. But this is where the show is going to head off. This is what the trailer, in a clip, the trailer does show this, but it doesn't show her in a trailer as depicting like she's a man, as we saw in the images. So in the case of this He-Man series, official depictions for the show reveal that He-Man loses to Skeletor, and it's all about TEELA saving the day. So we see that TEELA replaces He-Man. Hollywood sacrifices quality content for political correctness. And that's exactly what it is, where Kevin's trying to tell you one thing, because he's trying to sell you a shitty car. He doesn't want you to look under the hood. He wants you to look at the shiny paint job that was the trailer. And we did that. And it was a good paint job. It was a good trailer. I was impressed. I love that animation style. It's very flashy, definitely modernized, and it could be attractive for younger viewers, but it's the paint job on the outside. Although that's good, we want to know what's under the hood before we take it for a spin. And what he reveals, little bits and pieces, that it's not as flashy as the paint job is on the outside. And he wants you to buy it. Just buy it. Don't judge it. Don't look under the hood. Just buy it. That's not how we buy cars, Kevin. That's not how we do things. See, the whole atmosphere, everybody, with pop culture is completely different. It's what these movie producers, these directors, these hack fucking filmmakers, they just don't understand. We're different. As a viewer, as a fan, we're different people than we were. Because we've watched franchise after franchise of the things that we love. We've watched it be vandalized. We've watched it be handled by people who don't give a shit about these franchises or the characters. And you can't ignore the fact that they're purging white male characters in the movies and the shows. And He-Man is just another one, a major testosterone-fueled powerhouse that was on the chopping block. It says, to boot, it appears that Kevin Smith is pulling a bait and switch, which he is. As he previously shot down rumors about how show being about TEELA and said it was all about He-Man. But again, the plot for the series says exactly the opposite. And we're going to take a look at that. It also become known that Smith is not a fan of He-Man while he pretends to be. It says, now here's a description, and this, I believe, comes from Kevin Smith. It says, the War for Eternia culminates in Master of the Universe Revelation, an innovative and action-packed animated series that picks up where the iconic characters left off. Okay. After a cataclysmic battle between He-Man and Skeletor, Eternia is fractured, which tells you that right there. If it's fractured, He-Man loses. Duh. And the Guardians of Grayskull are scattered. Yeah, kind of like the Avengers were defeated by Thanos at the end of Infinity War. And after decades of secrets tore them apart, here's where we're right. And this is where Kevin can't fool us, because he's telling us it's up to who, Kevin? TEELA. To reunite the broken band of heroes and solve the mystery of the missing power sword in a race against time to restore Eternia and prevent the end of the universe. It says, and here's Kevin trying to throw the sheet over his deception to the fan base. It says, we can't release a synopsis for part 2 without spoiling part 1. Well, Congratulations on that, Kevin, because it's already done. When you have Skelegod figure based from Revelations, and it comes with the Power Sword combined, that pretty much tells you it's a spoiler alert right there. We picked all that shit up from Legos and action figures of other properties, Kevin. It says, so any synopsis out there now would only be for part one, but our sprawling storyline is full of twists and turns. Yes, we saw TEELA looking like a man. That's a big twist and a big turn. I've yet to read online theory about Revelation that's ever come close to guessing the actual plot. Right. Okay. Okay, and you know, there is the slightest possibility that it could all just be a dream that Prince Adam wakes up. But I doubt that. I really doubt that. Here we got this one by Screen Rant. Master of the Universe Revelation explained by Kevin Smith. It says Kevin Smith, the creator of Master of the Universe Revelation, reveals that the Netflix show's title actually refers to whose journey? This bitch's journey. Oh, let's see here. Yes, we can. Here we go. It says Revelation refers to TEELA's journey. TEELA finds out something about her that was hinted in an old legacy of the show. And that's a kernel that we blew out and really played with in this show. So Revelation's question really has to do, it doesn't say He-Man, it says TEELA. And that's because, so this is the bait and switch. So the Revelation's question really has to do with TEELA, not He-Man. And that's because if you remember the old show at the very beginning, talk about only 3 others know the secret. And it was like Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko, as well as Cringer. TEELA, who He-Man fought side by side with, and TEELA, who protected Adam when he wasn't He-Man. And that was a great chemistry. He-Man was always left out of that. She was kept in the dark like Lois Lane. What happens if she finds out? Well, that should be, I think that would be like Lois find out that Clark was Superman. Finding out like Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. When revealed at the end, Mary Jane, she sees Peter Parker. He turns around his Spider-Man outfit, and boom, it was a beautiful scene. I freaking loved it. So what happens when she learned out who He-Man really is? And what if she learned that not from him confessing, it wasn't him going, you know what? I think you can handle this. It was by the way of adventure of the epic. Something happens that kind of breaks everybody's world, and all revelations are revealed. Yeah, so she's going to pick up the power sword, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. And it says HeMan Series, like his HeMan Series, will actually focus more on another character, TEELA. So this is where it's going to go. This is where it's going to go. No, a different character in TEELA. Yeah, because she's going to have the power sword. She's, okay, here we go. Here we go. She's going to be training. Here we go. She's going to be tasked with protecting and training Prince Adam of Eternia, though she is unaware of his alter ego. Well, I mean, that's okay. But for her to take over the show, to sacrifice the lead character that the whole show was premised to be around, that's not the way to go. Bait and switch is the only thing this show has going for it, and it's what it's about. And I think it's messed up that Kevin's just trying to pull the wool over our eyes with this shit show. In all fairness, though, I'm gonna check out this 2-part episode. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm going to give an honest review. It might be what you want to hear, might not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be 100% honest. I have no problems. I don't pull any punches, and I sure so I'm not going to blow smoke up Kevin Smith's ass. I think this is going to be a shit show. I think we all know it is, and we'll find out. And it's like I said, I'm a fan of pop culture, as you can see behind me. So, for all out there, this is for kids stuff. Why does a grown adult care about this stuff? Because this is the channel. Because this is the stuff that I'm into. There's a lot of us out there. And if you think that this is just some crybaby whiner about cartoons, then this ain't your channel. And I can't help you. You go find your channel that they talk nothing but great stuff about this Master of the Universe, have nothing negative to say. That would probably be your channel right there. I look at everything, and I try to make a fair assumption, try to make a fair judgment. I look at everything from all sides to try to make a justified opinion of the overall franchise in itself. Anyway, people, be safe out there. Stay safe. Get your rage on, and make sure you subscribe and comment. And good night.